This is Game Set Match Kentucky, episode 57, recorded on Friday, June 26, 2026, entitled, A Fortnight is 2 Weeks. Hey everybody, it's time for another episode of Game Set Match Kentucky, where we talk about all things related to tennis in Kentucky, especially the Central Kentucky Tennis Series. I'm Chris Godby, the chairman of the CKTS, where the lines are good and sandbagging is for golf. I am in Russell Springs. Chad Young is at the Warren County Tennis and Sports Facility. We all call it Buchanan. What have you been up to, old friend?
Oh, not much. Finally had a chance to catch my breath after high school season, followed by USGA state tournament, followed by the Sydney Cassady Memorial. So the last 2 weeks have been slower than anything I've experienced since the winter.
I don't know how you've made it. You've had a slam schedule. We keep up with each other, so I know what you've got going on. So I don't envy that schedule. I think I'm busy, and then I see what you've been through in May and June, so tough several weeks for you. Hopefully it'll slow down just a little bit, and you can enjoy the holiday coming up, maybe enjoy some Wimbledon. You, the viewers, haven't... Sorry?
What's that?
No, go ahead.
No, I'm actually looking to play some tennis,
Oh.
I do have a little camping trip coming up, so...
Nice.
July should be a slow month, except for maybe a week of tennis camp.
Well, we have a little beach trip coming up, and that's for Mrs. Godby. I'll go and I'll enjoy it, but it's,
You're not.
I like
You're
being
not a
here.
beach guy.
Well, I'm not much of a beach guy. I'm more of a pool guy.
Uh-huh.
There's live things in the ocean, dirty things, live things, harmful things, and just prefer a good chlorinated pool.
Yeah, I like the beach, but I could do what I do at the beach basically anywhere, which is lay around. I do like the sound, but I don't get in the water.
Oh, it's beautiful to look at for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I could go to the beach and never get in the water. I'm past that.
I won't get in it much at all. Maybe to wash the sand off my legs, and that's about it. But So, viewers, you haven't seen us in about 2 weeks, which is a fortnight, by the way. We've got a lot of tennis news to catch up on. Today on this edition of Game Set Match Kentucky, we're going to look at results from the Sydney Cassady Memorial Tournament. We've got point standings. I guaranteed it, and it's happening. We're going to congratulate the 40 and over champions. All this plus tennis news and announcements and a whole lot more that you never asked for as usual. But let's jump right in with results from the Sydney Cassady Memorial Tournament in Bowling Green. This was on June 13th and 14th, and it was directed by the one and only Chad Young, who, as we know now, has a lot of free time lately. And he was looking for something to do, and he really wanted to have two tournaments at the same time. If he could have, he would have done that. I missed this one completely, recovering with my elbow, but I got to hit a couple times this week, Chad, so I might be back on the recovery track.
I like it. Yeah, it was a good weekend. Weather wasn't terrible. We knew there was a chance of rain on Sunday, so just peeling the curtain back a little bit as a tournament director, with our numbers not being as large as they have been, I jam-packed Saturday as much as I could. So every draw that could play a semifinal on Saturday played it. Obviously, because of the limitations we have in terms of no more than 2 matches per event per day. There were some that were still going to have to play semifinals and finals on Sunday, but my goal was to get to as many finals on Sunday as possible, and that way if we had to move indoors, we could. We didn't really have to until the very, very end, so like the last 5 matches went on inside, and that was really more because the rain was coming. We really could have probably handled like an hour delay, but it was nice to just go indoors, and we were done fairly early on Sunday afternoon. So all
great
in
to
all, it was
have
a
that
pretty
option.
good weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at who brought home the llama trophies. If you would like to start, Chad, with boys 12 and under singles.
Our boys 12 and under singles was a round robin, and Alok Chaudhry was the winner. He went 2-0. The runner-up was Evander Soren.
In boys 14 and under singles, it was Aaron Chang defeating, I lost my place, I'm sorry. Aaron Chang defeating Jonah Bradstreet 2-6, 6-4, 10-4, quite a final.
Boys 16 under singles also featured Aaron Chang. He was the runner-up, as Evan Bell was the boys 16 and under singles champion via a walkover.
In boys 18 and under singles, Dahl Beck defeated Carter Bernard 6-1, 6-love.
There was no girls 12 singles. Girls 14 and under singles was a round robin, and Lindsay Turner went 2-0 to claim the championship. Leah Beckham was the runner-up.
In girls 16 and under singles, Abigail Joyner defeated Ellie Yan 4-6, 6-2, 10-8.
Girls 18 singles was also a close one. Paisley Harris claimed the title, defeating Claire Riney 4-6, 7-5, and 10-7 in the super tiebreak.
Look at that score. I mean, that couldn't have been more than those three total points difference between them.
Yeah.
All right, in boys 18 and under doubles, let's get the right picture up there. We have the team of Carter Bernard and Miles Mudd defeating Luke Nelson and Jude Tabor 6-1, 6-3.
Girls 18 and under doubles was just a final, and it saw Lily Faria and Abigail Joyner defeating Courtney Woodward and Kate Nussbaumer 6-2 and 6-1.
There was no mixed 18 and under this time. So let's go to men's open singles, where Dahlbeck defeated Peyton Johnson 3-6, 6-3, 10-8.
He's a pretty good player from Cookeville, I understand, and has done well in the CKTS so far this year.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of titles already.
Yep. Men's C singles, it was Kaisuke Tahara defeating Reese Dowdell 6-4 and 7-6.
And in men's B singles, it was Carson Donahue defeating Hank Jesse 6-1, 6-1.
There was no men's 40 singles, so in women's open singles, it was a round robin, and Erin Riney continues to dominate that division, even going back to last year. She goes undefeated, 2-0. Leslie Loam was the runner-up in women's open singles.
Now, I did not have a picture for that. Is that missing? Or
That is missing.
Okay.
I couldn't find a picture of that one myself.
No problem. Let's see. Thought maybe you might have forgotten to upload it or something. Just checking. Okay, let's go to. Do have a picture for this one. Men's open doubles. It was Evan Bell and Chris Allen defeating Nate Harlan and Brad Hales 6-2, 6-4.
Another tight one in men's C doubles saw Chase Cloyd and Larry Hales defeat Mike Blevins and Larry Kohler 3-6, 6-3, and 10-6 in the super tiebreak.
Wow, a lot of close matches in this tournament. It's not a big tournament in the short history of the Sydney Cassady Memorial, but a lot of close matches. So it's still,
and that's what you want as a tournament director when you're putting together the draw. You want your best teams playing in the final, and you want close matches, and we had a lot of those.
Okay, so now we are. Is this men's B doubles?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We got Sam Nelson and Luke Nelson defeating Noah Bennett and Carson Donahue, another close one, 6-4, 7-6.
There was no men's 40 doubles or women's open doubles. In women's B doubles, it was a round robin, and Erica Blevins and Leighton Manis were the champions, going 2-0, and Heather Wise and Kara Compton were the runner-up.
There was no mixed open doubles. But in mixed B doubles, we have Chase Cloyd and Alexis Hales defeating Mia Tabor and Sam Nelson 6-2, 6-4.
And I wanted to point out in that one, we had both semifinals were third set tiebreakers. So Cloyd and Hales won a third set tiebreaker in their semi, and Tabor and Nelson won a third set tiebreaker in that one. So that was a very competitive event.
You know what that tells me? It tells me that you're very good at making draws.
Maybe I get lucky sometimes. And I'll tell you a little bit. It is. It can be difficult sometimes. Again, peeling back the curtain a little bit, you are trying to balance your draws, and we don't seed in the CKTS, but you do try to balance your draws. You try to make sure that your stronger teams are sometimes on opposite sides. But then there's also a lot of times you don't really know everybody.
No.
Later on in the tour, you can kind of see, you might have 4 or 5 tournaments, and you can see how people stack up against other teams in the field. But when you have some teams come up from Tennessee, or somebody maybe hasn't played USTA or doesn't have a UTR, it can be difficult to make sure that somebody doesn't end up with a really, really tough match in the first round that will be better for a final.
Yeah. Some people may think it's easy to create a good balanced draw, but it is not, especially when you have some unknowns like that.
Yeah.
Well, with 2 tournaments in the bag already this season, we have point standings to share, and we'll do that right after this word from our sponsor, Vision Cabinet Source in Campbellsville, Kentucky. Thinking about a home renovation or a new build? Start with the cabinets, because great spaces begin with great design, and there's no better place to start than Vision Cabinet Source in Campbellsville, Kentucky. Vision Cabinet Source delivers premium cabinetry backed by a 17-step finishing process, ensuring top-quality craftsmanship that looks beautiful and lasts for years. From kitchens to bathrooms to office spaces, their wide selection of styles and finishes means you'll find the perfect fit, whatever your vision. And it's not just for locals. They ship nationwide, so no matter where you are in the U.S., you can get high-quality cabinets delivered right to your door. Whether you're a homeowner, builder, or contractor, Vision Cabinet Source makes it easy to get the look you want at a price that makes sense. Visit visioncabinet.com or call 270-465-3222 to get started. That's Vision Cabinet Source, where your vision becomes reality. As I said before the break, we've got some early season CKTS point standings to share with the viewers and listeners. These are actually already on the website at CKTSTour.com. I put them on there yesterday without fanfare. And Chad, if you're ready, I'd like for you to go first with men's open singles.
All right, men's open singles, as mentioned, Dow Beck has played in both tournaments and has won both tournaments, and so he is leading the way with 8 points, and I believe he's beaten Chris Allen in the semifinals in each of those tournaments.
Wow.
Chris Allen is in second place with 4 points.
In men's B singles, Adam Gordon is the true leader at the moment, having qualified by playing 2 times in this division. And he has 4 points. There are a couple other guys with 4 points, but they each have a title. So they need to play again at least one more time to qualify to win the division. Adam Gordon, the only qualified right now.
In men's C singles, Reese Dowdell is the leader. He leads, to your point, Jamison Roberts by 2 points. They're the 2 that have qualified that lead right now. Gregory Bernard and Kaisuke Tahara both have 4 points, but have only played in 1 event so far. So Reese Dowdell right now leading the way with 6 points.
And men's 40 singles, and we're going to see this in several divisions. There's no qualified champion yet because we've run into, a lot of people have only played one of these 2 tournaments. We've had some divisions that didn't make in either the second or the first tournament. And so right now, no leader in men's 40 singles. It could be Chris Allen.
Boys 18 and under singles, Dowbeck has won both of the events so far on the tour in that event. And so he has 8 points. And right now, no one else is qualified behind him. Several people that have played one event, but he's the only one that has played both.
Now, what if Dow runs the table in 2 divisions all season? How cool would that be? I hope I didn't just jinx
him play,
I haven't.
After watching him play, it's believable.
Okay. All right. In boys 16 and under singles, Evan Bell is the leader right now with 6 points. Aaron Chang would be qualified in second place with 4.
Boys 14 and under singles, Aaron Chang leads. He's won both events so far. He's at 8 points. Jonah Bradstreet right behind him with 6 points. He has been the runner-up in both events so far.
In boys 12 and under singles, we have 1 qualified. It's Asen Gordon with 5 points, leading that division.
Men's Open doubles, Brad Hales is the only one qualified so far, and he leads with 7 points. Chris Allen, Evan Bell, Jackson Grover, all at 4 points, but they've all three only played one event, so Brad is the only one qualified, and he leads with 7 points.
In men's B doubles, Luke Nelson and Sam Nelson, apparently they are doubles partners based on their points and probably based on their name. They have 8 points each and are leading men's B doubles.
Men's C doubles, no one is qualified yet. We've got several players with 4 points, but no one has played the second event yet, and so no one currently leads men's C doubles.
It will shape up. All right, well, nothing here in men's 55 and over doubles because, as we said on the last program, that's an event that we are trying this year, and we're trying it for 3 of the larger tournaments. And the first one is coming up. That's your first chance if you're 55 or older like me, and you want to play this division that we're trying this year. We'll have to see how the numbers do, whether we want to expand it into a full season thing and continue it next year. But for now, it is available next week at the E-Town Open.
Men's 40 doubles, you'll see a familiar name there at the top, but no one is qualified yet. Jason Ford and Mark Taylor won the Campbellsville event, but that division did not make at the Sydney Cassady, so right now no one is qualified to lead that division yet.
I know all 4 of those dudes. Good guys, most of them. All right. No, all of them are.
Now I'm curious as to who didn't make the cut as a good guy there.
No, they're all good guys. All right. In the boys 18 and under doubles, we've had several play it, but no one has played it in both of our first 2 tournaments, so there is no leader currently, technically. But we have a few guys with some championships that have a good shot at the title coming out of the gate.
Women's Open singles, Erin Riney has won both events, and she's the only one qualified as she's played both, and she leads the way right now with 8 points.
Maybe she will run the table. In women's B singles, we have had that event at the first tournament this year. Did not make it the second tournament. Heidi Van Ameringen would be the leader.
Van Ameringen, I believe.
Van Ameringen. I apologize, Heidi, if you're listening. But she has 4 points with the only championship so far.
Girls 18 and under singles, no one has qualified yet. We've had 2 different Harrises win the tournaments so far.
We do have one qualified there. Claire Riney has qualified.
Oh, that's right. Claire Riney has qualified. My apologies.
Didn't turn her name red because she's not the leader or doesn't have the most points. That's just
There's actually a typo, though, isn't there? Because wouldn't she have 6 points?
That is true. That total is not adding up right. So if those points are correct for her in those first 2 tournaments, then
I think they are. I think
there must be a formula messed up in that spreadsheet, and she should have 6 points, and she should be the leader then. In girls 16 and under singles, Ava Wise is currently the leader with 4 points. She has played the division both times and matches the highest total there, and she is currently the leader.
Girls 14 and under singles, we do not have anyone qualified yet. We have a couple of players who have each won a tournament, but no one has played 2 to qualify in the points yet.
All right. We see this story a lot. We see a lot of blank sheets on the girls 12 and under singles, and that still continues to be true right now. And but hopefully that will change, maybe starting with the State Farm E-Town Open this year. I'll do women's open doubles. Amber Brown and Heather Wise will be the leaders if they play again. They each have 4 points.
Women's B doubles, surprisingly, it did not make in Campbellsville. It did make in Bowling Green for the Sydney Cassady Memorial, but nobody is qualified yet by playing 2 events in women's B doubles.
In girls 18 and under doubles, we do have a qualified leader in Courtney Woodward with 6 points.
And mixed open doubles did not make in the Sydney Cassady, so no one is qualified yet in that division. Abby Helm and Nate McQuarrie won the Miller Park Tennis Classic, but nobody has played a second event yet.
In mixed B doubles, Chase Cloyd and Alexis Hales have the current lead by a half point with 4.5.
I'd have to go back and see what the draw was for them because, I mean, I think they won mixed B last year, and then they lost first round at the Miller Park Tennis Classic.
They did. I have that right
to.
Here. No, I do not have that up. I don't have that screen up anymore. I closed it.
It could have been.
It was a round of 8
Heidi.
loss, I think.
Could have been Heidi and Josh.
Maybe. Yep.
They won the event, so that wouldn't surprise me terribly. But that's like we're saying, that's a pretty tough draw for the first round.
That would be a good guess, yeah.
Mixed 18, that did not make in the Sydney Cassady, so no one is able to qualify yet. We've got several that played Miller Park, but nobody is qualified yet in mixed 18 doubles.
Okay, and that's a look at our current point standings. And so, are you planning to keep competing on the CKTS Tour this summer? Of course you are. If so, keep your costs down in the long run with the CKTS TourPass. For just one low price of $125, you can play up to 2 divisions in all of our remaining 2026 tournaments. If you play singles and doubles, this will pay for itself in 3.5 tournaments. So with 7 tournaments left to play this year, it absolutely still makes sense. It makes tournament registration faster each time, while it saves a lot of money. To get yours now, visit cktstour.com/tourpass and get your 2026 Tour Pass today. Now, we don't have a tournament yet in far western Kentucky, but there's some great news recently from that area of the Commonwealth. Men's tennis is making its return to Murray State. The university has approved the reinstatement of men's tennis, bringing back the program after a decade-long absence. The move is part of an expansion that will add 5 new varsity sports, including bowling, stunt, that's like a cheerleading thing, Chad, the return of rowing, and beach volleyball. Chad, in the last decade, it seems that a lot of colleges were letting their tennis programs go, but we're actually now seeing some of them come back, like Eastern Kentucky University, for example, in the last few years. Are you hopeful that this could mean a return for men's tennis at Western Kentucky University?
No.
Okay.
Is
No hope at all,
enough?
huh?
No.
Okay.
No.
I wish. Care to expand on that opinion?
I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any indication that WKU wants to invest in tennis more than what they're doing right now. I think, and this could take us on a long tangent. I think college athletics is in such a chaotic state right now.
I agree.
And the way that minor sports are viewed and the way that athletic directors and members of boards of regents and presidents, the way they view the role that minor sports have in the college athletic landscape and how that impacts the overall community, I I don't think is all that healthy. And so, no, I'm not. This is probably a Title IX issue, I would assume. I'm happy for Murray. I'm sure this was a way to make the numbers good. I wish they cared more about tennis in their communities, but I don't think they do. So I'm happy for Murray. I'm happy for Eastern. I think it's good. Maybe that's the only positive that could come out of it is we're a little behind the curve here in Bowling Green. That maybe if they see the impact that a tennis program, men's and women's, could have on a community, maybe they would consider it. Because I think dropping men's tennis has had a negative impact on Bowling Green over the last decade since they made that decision.
So it's been about 10 years at Western.
Yeah, I don't know if they were the same time, but I feel like Western made that decision maybe even closer to 15 years ago. I feel like it was early 2010s that they dropped. They dropped men's soccer. They dropped men's tennis. They dropped swimming, but that was kind of for different reasons. So, yeah. I mean,
they've kept women's tennis this whole time.
Yeah,
Western,
but they have
right?
to.
Yeah,
you have to. Yeah,
Title IX thing. Yeah.
Again, they're not doing it because they care about tennis. It's not. They're not doing it for the right reasons.
Gotcha.
So.
Well, if you read the article about Murray State, it's pointed out that they're not offering scholarships for tennis. And then in the comments on the article, there's a lot of discourse about what the quality of the program is going to be like because they're not offering scholarships, and maybe they're going to try to get by with NIL as a form of a scholarship. But don't you think it's still a positive that they're bringing it back? And they've got a nice facility, it looks like. I've never been there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to dig a little bit deeper, but if you're not offering scholarships, you can, because you can look at what some athletic departments do with the existing sports that they have, not just tennis. And if you're not fully funding, if your scholarship investment does not meet your competitors and you're putting your coaches at a competitive disadvantage, then you're not going to be successful. And then what's the point? I mean, there are obviously budget constraints, but yeah, what do you really think is going to happen with that program if they're trying to field a team without scholarships? Are they going to be competitive? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Is that if they're not competitive, is there any reason why people would really get excited about the product and the program? No. I think the coach at Murray's done a really good job of getting involved in the community there. I applaud him for that. Mm-hmm. But again, I'm happy that they're doing it, but it sounds like they're not doing it for the right reasons. They're not doing it because they really care about, being competitive in tennis, or they care about their athletic department, being able to offer more opportunities. It sounds like a numbers.
Yeah, they're just meeting a quota.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here I was thinking about this, in a kind of a positive light here. Now you're bringing me down.
Debbie Downer. Debbie Downer.
Oh, well. All right. Well, Game Set Match Kentucky is proud to partner with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to give relief to those who put their lives on the line for others. For only $11 a month, you can do your part to help provide homes for veterans, first responders, and their families that are in need.
Why should people support Tunnel to Towers? It's so pure, it's so genuine. Again, it's given to those that have given to us and asked nothing in return. I ran for all the men and women that have served I ran for Sean Calvey, Cleveland fireman. He was my best friend, passed away last year. Best man I know.
People should support Tunnel to Towers because of all the great programs they have. The homes that they help for firefighter families that have been killed in the line of duty, also the military personnel, smart homes for the wounded veterans, the homeless veterans villages buildings that they're starting up now to help combat that.
And I've seen the great impact of Tunnel to Towers in our local community with the loss of 2 of our brothers in the fire service. I couldn't be more proud to support Tunnel to Towers. Let us do good.
2 weeks ago in Louisville, Kentucky, the adult 40 and over championships were played. Here's a look at the winners, courtesy of Kathy Klein at USTA Kentucky. Okay, here's more from USTA Kentucky. It was not Queen, and I think that's why they were allowed to use it. Maybe it was a cover band. That was not Freddie Mercury. No. So, what else do we have from USTA Kentucky? Oh, I wrote an announcement for you and put your name in front of it. Maybe I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah.
Can you pull that up?
Are you interested in becoming a coach or learning how to improve as a coach? Maybe you want to coach again after 20 years away. Introducing USDA Coaching, the start of a new era for tennis coaching. With tailored education, support, and community involvement, USDA Coaching is here to support coaches and parents at every level. The program includes role-specific education, career and personal development support, a connected, supportive community, and exclusive member benefits, including gear discounts from Babala, Head, or Wilson. Learn more at usdacoaching.com.
And attention juniors, there's only one session left this summer of the Blue and White Tennis Camp operated by the UK Men's Tennis Program. It's 4 days of drills, skills, games, and fun. It's open to boys and girls ages 7 through 18 with the option for a half-day or full-day program. It's held at the Hillary J. Boone Tennis Center, and these camps are a great opportunity to improve your game. I'll put the link in the show notes, or you can look back at USTA Kentucky's Facebook posts from a couple of weeks back, and you'll find that link there as well. To keep up with everything happening at USTA Kentucky, visit them at USTAKY.com. or follow them on Facebook and Instagram. And here's one more USTA Kentucky related announcement. A big congratulations to our friend Maddie Henning, Senior Manager of Marketing and Community Engagement at USTA Kentucky, on the birth of her daughter this spring. They're calling her Charlie Rose. How sweet. Look at those cheeks there, Chad. Cute. Maddie, we missed you while you were on maternity leave, and we're glad to have you back. So congratulations to Maddie and her husband, Jason. All right, what else is coming up? We've got the CKTS State Farm E-Town Open. That's next weekend, July 4th and 5th at Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Entries opened this past Monday, June 22nd, and the deadline is this coming Tuesday, June 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And then up next is the CKTS Danville Open. That's July 18th and 19th. Entries will open on Monday, July 6th. The deadline for that will be Tuesday, July 14th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can visit CKTSTour.com to register and to see our complete tournament schedule. You can also follow the CKTS on Facebook, Instagram, and X with the handle at CKTS Tour. CKTS tournaments are USTA sanctioned for juniors and adults at level 6, and our results are picked up by UTR.
I will add to that, though, because I had a question, a couple questions regarding UTR. and one was a player, usually is a player who will play a tournament, and it goes to the wrong UTR profile. And sometimes I have problems with, multiple UTR profiles or multiple USTA accounts. Tournament directors do not submit that information to UTR.
No.
There's an agreement between the USDA and UTR, and those results are automatically picked up. And so there's not much your tournament directors can do. Those are questions that are going to have to go to UTR.
Okay.
So if you have any problems with, the results not being in the right UTR profile, you've got to talk to UTR. Usually it's going to result in a merge of accounts, and they can walk you through how to do that.
I wondered how UTR actually picked up these results. So you're saying there's a backstage agreement between the two
there's an
organizations?
agreement between the two, and there's probably, because there was a while where I heard it seemed like the USDA was trying to block UTR from picking up their results. And there was some feedback about that, I'm sure.
I bet. If they can get together on sharing those results like that, isn't that a step toward us not having 3 different rating systems?
Yeah.
I mean, how about one?
Yeah, because the KHSA this year, because UTR doesn't have the ability to do like team-based tournaments. So the USDA has a new platform that does allow for you to create a team-based tournament. And I know Evans dealt with this with his winter flights. Some of the WTN numbers are very inaccurate because there's just not enough data in there. UTR for high school purposes is, I think, pretty accurate because there's a lot of data in there. For adults, I don't think UTR is all that accurate because, generally speaking, just your USDA league play results are in there, and for a lot of communities, guys aren't playing more than 1 or 2 qualifying matches, and then your state tournament results. And so I don't think UTR is all that accurate. The stuff only gets accurate when there's more results, and so I'd like to see all league play and all tournament play and all that stuff go into everybody's algorithm or everybody's formula or whatever it is to turn out more accurate results.
I'd like to see one rating system.
Yeah.
And we all use it, and that's it. I don't care which one it is. I would just like to see one.
Yep.
It's
like, I don't know if golf has the same problem, but I know I was watching the U.S. Open last weekend, and they were doing a really good job of promoting their handicapping process or their handicapping opportunities. And so, I think tennis needs to have a uniform metric to judge players. I think it would be a big step in the right direction. But I understand there's a difference between your NTRP rating and your UTR, but does there need to be? I mean, it kind of feels like the NTRP is archaic.
Yeah, it's starting to feel that way. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this would be a good time then. If you had any Soki tennis announcements, let us know what's going on over there.
Well, I'm not sure which one you're going to put up on the screen first.
I'll do the Covington Woods.
Yeah, so breaking news about that event.
I just saw this earlier.
Yeah, so we are planning on we were planning on the grass court event at Covington Woods. We call it the Championships at Covington Woods. They've created a grass court at Covington Woods. Tim Kicker with Bowling Green Parks and Recreation has done that. I guess this is the 3rd year for it. And so we have an event. It was scheduled for tomorrow morning. Kids clinic 9 to 10, adult clinic 10 to 11, and then a blind draw tournament at 11. But the forecast looks terrible, and so that has been postponed until July 11th. We didn't want to do it next weekend, primarily because it's a holiday weekend, and so July 11th was the next available date. So we will have some food, some Wimbledon themed refreshments there, and it's a kind of a neat experience to play on a different surface.
Is it going to be a bigger deal to maintain that court for 2 extra weeks?
No, he is. Once it's installed, I think last year it was left up for at least a month.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 5 weeks. So, usually when we have the event at the beginning of that period that it's available, it's fresh. So there could be a little bit of wear on it, but I don't think he's. I'm not sure when he's going to put the posts in. I think he was going to paint it, but I'm not sure the nets were going to be installed. So I'm not sure when that'll happen. So hopefully it won't be too much wear by the time we get to the 11th.
So it's not playable just yet. It won't be until that opening day, the day of
Correct.
the event.
I think.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to put that net up next week or what, and give people access to it. It's a first come first serve situation anyway, except for this event that will now take place on July 11th.
Okay. Now I want to hear about the 2026 Summer Slam.
Yeah, so this is a pretty neat event. Unfortunately, they're gonna fall on the same date, but the SummerSlam middle school speed tennis tournament is going to be held here at Buchanan Park on July 11th. That is an event for middle school age kids. They play a couple short sets. It's a speed tournament. It's very similar to like the Winter Flights format, where we're trying to get them, play against multiple players. And so this has been a great event the last couple of years. We've moved it indoors just to get the kids out of the heat and to not have to worry about rain. And the big change this year is it's completely free. We've had great sponsor support, so this is a completely free event. There is a limit on entries, so if you haven't signed up, you want to do that soon. The last day to register is July 7th, but it is close to being full. It's for rising 4th through 9th graders. So this is it's a really fun event, and it's completely free.
Very good.
Then we have Spartan Tennis Camp coming up July 20th to 23rd. I referenced that earlier, that I just have camp in July to deal with. So Greg Davis, the women's tennis coach at WKU, and I put this on every year. So July 23rd, 9 to 11, kids entering grades 3 through 7 need to register by July 10th to get your camp t-shirt. It'll be held at the South Warren Tennis Courts.
Well, you can learn more about Soki Tennis at SokiTennis.net or visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/SokiTennis. The Lake Cumberland Tennis Association is offering junior match play on the last 3 Mondays in July from 6 to 8 p.m. at Pulaski County High School courts. It's only $8 per session, and you can find the registration link on their Facebook page found at facebook.com/Lake Cumberland Tennis. And if you have any announcements you would like for us to share on this program, you can send those to us at info@gamesetmatchky.com. We do not have a Challenge the Call question today, but we'd love to hear your questions. To challenge the call, you can email us at challenge@gamesetmatchky.com. And that's going to just about serve out another episode of Game Set Match Kentucky. I'd like to thank everyone that's watching on Facebook or YouTube, and for all of you that are listening and subscribing on any podcast app. You can help us out by liking and subscribing to our videos and by leaving us a 5-star rating and a review. Our website is GameSetMatchKY for all things about the show. You can also follow this show on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X with the handle @GameSetMatchKY. The CKTS is also on the same social media platforms with the handle @CKTS Tour. Thanks again to our sponsor, Vision Cabinet Source. And if you would like to support the work we do on this program, reach out to us at info@gamesetmatchky.com for details. Chad, let's have your Wimbledon predictions for the Fortnight for men's and ladies singles.
Ooh.
Gentlemen and ladies singles, I'm sorry.
I've watched a little bit of the grass tune-ups. The Americans have been doing pretty well. But I don't know. I mean, Zverev won the French. Could he win 2 in a row? I don't know. I'll go ahead and say Zverev to win Wimbledon. He'll win his first Wimbledon.
Wow.
Got that monkey off the back, and he's gonna win back to back.
Okay.
Probably improbable. On the girls' side, on the ladies' side,
Ladies singles.
Boy, I saw Sabalenka's having some weird results. Like, she's been bageled twice in the last couple of weeks. I like Swiatek to win Wimbledon and repeat.
Well, don't let those bagels fool you, because at the end of the Fortnight, that's 2 weeks, I'm going with Sabalenka for the ladies' championship, and for the gentlemen's singles championship, the long-awaited, record-breaking Grand Slam championship for Novak Djokovic.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And it could be his final Grand Slam. Definitely, I think it's going to be his final year, don't you think? He is kind of slowing down. That draw is going to have to open up for him, and it did in the French Open. Yeah. And he just couldn't capitalize on it. But I saw where Serena Williams got a wild card. She's playing singles?
Apparently.
Okay.
You going to change your pick?
No. I'm looking for the Hawkeye button. No Hawkeye at Wimbledon. Is there? No Hawkeye. No Hawkeyes. That's because Hawkeye is out. Hawkeye is out on most of these tournaments now, isn't it? Like, how often do you see it anymore?
I miss the challenge system.
I know that was fun, the anticipation of watching that replay on the big screen, and the audience will really get into it.
All the fun they're having now in baseball with these challenges. The tennis really messed it up.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Hawkeye may be on the way out, and we're also on the way out. So until next time, I'm Chris Godby with Chad Young, and this has been Game Set Match Kentucky.